people feeling climate change disasters. An international rights group says the United States accepts millions of refugees who will be forced to flee the effects of climate change. Refugees International is a group that supports displaced people around the world. It lives in the port Wednesday. The group says the United States has a special responsibility to lead on issues of climate change, migration and displacement. The Institute of Economics and Peace is a not-for-profit research group based in Australia. It estimates that as many as 1.2 billion people around the world could be displaced by 2050. Refugees International created a task force in the spring to produce its report. It is made up of former U.S. government and United Nations officials, leaders of non-governmental groups, and climate experts are also involved. The report urged that from Haiti and Honduras to Bangladesh, Burkina Faso, and thousands of communities in both Global South and Global North, those at risk need policy solutions today. Kelly Arbor is with Refugees International. She said her group believes that Biden administration should acknowledge the reality of climate-related migration and offer a new forms of protection and support for the displaced. The task force is also advising that the U.S. should unite people displaced by climate change, says what would amount to persecution under the 1951 United Nations Treaty on Refugees. In February, U.S. President Joe Biden asked National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan to examine how to identify and resettle people who will be displaced by climate change. A top administration official told VOA that the administration is actively working on a report on climate change and its impact on migration, including forced migration, internal displacement, and planet relocation. The official said that a version of the report would be made public by the fall. U.S. Senator Edward Markey of Massachusetts, a Democratic Party member, is supporting legislation on that issue. It would offer support for people fleeing climate change events who do not meet the definition of refugees under international law. Some lawmakers and immigration policy groups are likely to oppose any expansion of immigration. Ira Hellman is with the Federation for American Immigration Reform, a group that calls for change to immigration policy. He said the proposal from Refugees International's task force would harm American ability to deal with the causes of climate change. Harman noted that American immigration systems are already struggling with more than 1.3 million asylum cases. He added that inviting millions of people to be considered refugees based on claims of harms as a result of climate change would cause the system to collapse. Joy Beck is with the group Numbers USA, which calls for immigration restriction. Beck called the task force proposals for fuel immigration limits problematic. He said that migration and refugees resettlement harm the ability of low-skilled Americans and minorities to get and hold jobs. Earlier this year, Biden announced that the U.S. would increase climate-related aid for developing countries by 2024 compared to spending under former President Barack Obama. For the financial year of 2022, Biden has called for spending $2.5 billion on international climate programs. Over years, international praised the administration of the effort to deal with the issues of climate change and migration. The group said Biden's proposal spending is notable, but still less than what experts want. The group report said $2.5 trillion in spending is needed worldwide. I'm Steve Harmon.